Hi everyone, Soren here from RMS Vocal Institute. Today we'll be talking about Bel Canto and modern styles of singing. Hope you're ready. Music has changed a lot over the years, but it all started with classical singing. We could go even further back into the Gregorian hand and so forth, but let's simply start with the Italian Bel Canto, which is a classical singing method simply meaning beautiful singing. You will find singers even to this modern day using it. But why did someone call this singing style beautiful singing? What made someone do that? Well, it has this amazing sound character that's very rounded, and it can get very loud as well. So for some distortion types, this is definitely the way to go. Well, now you're probably asking how to get a classical sound. Well, we can start from a hum, as I said before as well. But the hum in this case is definitely the one. As we talked about before with other heavy distortions, this definitely makes a difference. So we will start from a hum and then open up to a word that we know, or doesn't matter, a vowel or whatever, but please really think about using a word instead. We can of course go back to, as I talked about, the Gregorian hand and sing La Sol Fa Mi Re Ut. So let's start with the hum and then apply one of these words. Simple as that. Well, if Bel Canto was that great, why did we then go away from it again? Well, music changed a lot from the 1900s, so I'm guessing that we also wanted as singers to try new things. So everyone didn't have this classical tonal character or timbre or what you want to call it. But don't forget, as I said earlier, singers to this day still use it. Remember, we have classical singers singing in Nightwish, for example, and we also have the singer from Disturbed, whom is using a classical setup behind his distorted singing and non-distorted singing a lot of the time. So we still hear it to this day, but it might not be as obvious as I talked about. But what is the difference between these modern styles and the old school Bel Canto or classical singing? Well, classical singing stays on this low laryngeal mechanism as long as humanly possible, and even further. So that's one thing. And they will always, as I mentioned, have this rounded sound character. Modern singing doesn't really care about having only a low structure in the larynx or the voice box. They can have it anywhere. So listen to Michael Jackson or someone and listen to the pitch being played and how high he's on it. So how does this happen? Well, the main thing is we have to notice with the modern singing is that we have either a ringing or a sharp kind of a high part. So it's up to you a little bit to figure out what you like. So a good way to figure out how to change between the two: play a single pitch on your piano or your guitar or on a piano app on your phone. So from there, first start as we did before, hum into the word you want to sing. Now instead, I want you to say on the same given pitch. Notice how the sound character is much, much higher. That's how you figure out how to do a modern style next to a classical one. It can of course be much more nasal, or whatever you like. It's all up to you. I really hope this helped navigate you a little bit more into what classical versus modern singing is all about. Otherwise, book a lesson at rmsvocalinstitute.com. See you there. And as you know, we just need those clean styles to add distortion later on. And if you liked what you saw, and if you liked the video, please push that subscribe button and make that bell ring with your new classical or modern singing style.